should start with a nice easy hum.
Mhm.
Oops, gotta be muted, sorry. Just a nice gentle way to wake up our voices. Everybody do this. Just put your hand like this, maybe over your nose and mouth, sort of like this is where we're trying to focus the sound. Quick slides, please. Okie doke. Welcome back, everybody. It's my intention to focus on the hardest songs and the hardest sections. So I don't know that I can promise that this will be fun as much as it will be productive, because I'm thinking that the easier songs you're likely to be able to learn them with the tracks and in your live rehearsals. But some of these songs have some difficult sections, I think. Let's start with Michael Row the Boat Ashore. Now, this is a repeat, but some of you might be singing it for the first time. By the way, is anybody on this, is this their first time on a Friday Zoom rehearsal? Oh, great. A couple hands went up. So it takes a little getting used to. You're singing at home by yourself, but I'm going to be playing tracks of a choir. So you will sort of have the experience of singing along with a choir sound. Let me get my iPad up here. Here's what I'll say about Michael Rowe. Feel free to, at this beginning section, just to sing la 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 until you get the notes. And then you can add the syllables later because they sort of land in weird places. Let me hear the altos. Right at measure 5, altos. Let's do la 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 for a second. 1, 2, ready, go. La 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 again. Tricky as the dickens, I think, to learn. Once you learn it, it'll seem normal and logical. But until then, let's go a little slower. 2, 3, 4. La 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 let's try a little bit of it with the syllables. Altos. 1, 2, 3. Can't hear you well, Mark. Somebody's saying they can't hear me. Is that true for everybody? Thumbs up if you can hear me just fine. Okay, that looks like most people. Let me see where my microphone settings are. Input volume. How about if I do this? Can you tell a difference? I just turned it up quite a bit. I don't know why it was down so low.
Yes, I can.
So I turned it up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Altos with the syllables. 2, ready, go. Michael Rowe, row the boat ashore. Michael Rowe, row the boat ashore. Michael Rowe the boat, row the boat. Michael Rowe the boat ashore. Okay. Tenors, can I hear you please? Let's do la 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 at first. 1, 2, measure 5, the tenors. Michael Rowe, sorry. La 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 la. Once again, tenor, same place. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. La 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 Just a thought. If you're not the part that I'm rehearsing, you could either sing along with the part that I'm rehearsing or you could sing along with your own part. Whatever keeps you from getting bored. Hey, tenors, let's try it with the syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat, row the boat. Michael row the boat. two, basses, go. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row, row, row. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row, hallelujah. See, what we're trying to do is get Michael to row the boat ashore. I think that's the summary. Hey, sopranos. 1, this is pickups to 9, top of 3. 1, 2. Michael row the boat ashore. Hallelujah. Michael row the boat ashore. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Off, off, hallelujah. Now, the trick is that the tracks I have are at performance tempo, and it's hard to jump from the slow stuff that we're doing at the moment to performance tempo, but let's try it. Let's do altos alone for a second. Let me turn some things off. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Altos alone, so mute. Mute, mute, mute.
Michael row, row, row the boat ashore. Michael row.
Why is the tenor still playing? I don't know.
Michael row.
Altos, here it comes. 1, 2, ready, go.
Michael row, row the boat ashore. Michael row, row, row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat, row the boat. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row ashore. Hallelujah.
Now, if you listen to these on the YouTube website, you can slow them down. There's a little gear icon that allows you to slow them down. I could possibly also make a set of slowed down tracks and post them separately on Dropbox. I'll do that. Because I know this one's tricky, and it's much easier to learn it slow and then speed it up gradually. Here comes again, altos. 1, 2, ready, go.
Michael row, row the boat ashore. Michael row, row, row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat, row the boat. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row ashore. Hallelujah.
Tenors, please. 1, 2, ready, go.
Michael row, row the boat ashore. Michael row, row.
That's not right. It's interesting, I'm muting things, but they're not muting in reality. Here's tenors. Michael row, row the boat ashore. Michael row, row, row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat, row the boat. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row ashore. Hallelujah. I think I figured it out. Why it's not working right. Michael row, row the boat ashore. Michael row, row, row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat, row the boat. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row ashore. Hallelujah. Let's try alto and tenor. Michael row, row the boat ashore. Michael row, row, row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat, row the boat. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row ashore. Hallelujah. Basses, please. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row, row, row. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row. Hallelujah. Tenors and basses. So Monica's saying she hears a lot of static. Is anybody else hearing static? So that might be related to me turning up my microphone earlier, so it's coming out of my speakers going into my microphone. The problem is that it sounds perfect on my end, so I don't know when it sounds staticky on your end. See if this helps. I'm going to turn down what's coming out of my computer. Is that better? So then my question is it loud enough? I'm getting thumbs up and okay symbols. Okay, so stay in touch with me about it. Bass and tenor. Michael row the boat ashore. 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 Michael ashore. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Add the altos. Here we go. Michael row, row the boat ashore. Michael row, row, row the boat ashore. Michael row the boat, row ashore. Michael row the boat ashore. Michael row ashore. Hallelujah. Thanks for your patience, sopranos. This opening part is easy for you and hard for them. So let's add sopranos now, please.
It was staticky.
What?
It was staticky.
Still? Everybody saying the same thing?
A bit, yes.
Towards the end, just towards the end.
Okay, so it's the problem I'm having is that it's down too low on my end. So I wonder, can I turn my microphone down a little bit? Is my microphone borderline too loud?
We can all turn our sound up.
Here, let me just turn my microphone down a tiny bit. That would allow me to play the tracks a little louder without them being staticky, I hope. So is this level on my microphone, is it still audible? In a good way, like you can hear everything clearly? Okay, let's try that. And then let's see if I play the track.
Too loud and staticky.
Okay, so it's not even close to that on my end. So I'm sort of guessing, you know. I've got it down like 50% of, or less than 50% of what it normally is. See about this. Is that a better volume? Okay, so let me see where I've got it set. Minus 14 dB. Like it's like whisper quiet on this end. I don't know exactly what's happening other than either it's coming through a Zoom or it's coming through the microphone on my camera. So anyway, just stay in touch with me about it. It seems like we're at a good level now. So now I've got all the parts in. So sopranos, you're going to come in at pickups to 9. And then I'll ask you again how the volume is.
Michael, row the boat ashore. Michael, row the boat ashore. Hallelujah. Michael, row the boat ashore. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So, how's the volume? Is it good? Like, is it a workable? Does it need to be louder still or softer? Okay.
No static at the end. I don't know what it is. It's like it's okay, and then it's kind of like
Well,
scratchy.
it might be where the sopranos get loud. Like that is louder. That at the end it is louder. All the voices are in, and the sopranos are high on the track. It's not distorting on my end. It's just something the way it's getting to your ears through Zoom or through my microphone. Okay, so these opening pages, how are we doing? I know the difference between the track and the rehearsal tempo is much different. Do you feel like you're getting your notes? For how many? Monica's shaking her head no. Monica, are you singing alto?
I am.
Is it
And once the sopranos come in, I just lose it. So it's just me. I just need to learn the notes.
and do you feel like you have what you need to do that, like with the tracks? And if I post a slow version of the tracks, that would probably be helpful for some people.
That would be fabulous because this is hard.
I'll do that. I'll go look for this as we go along here. The ones that are fast, the songs that are fast, I'll make a set of slow tracks. Now, they sound a little funny because they're the regular voices slowed down, so they sound a little bit robotic. But they can still be helpful. It's just that people's vibratos start to sound a little weird when you slow them down and stuff like that. But
What about breathing?
it's one of those songs where you breathe wherever you want because it's going to sound like continuous breathing, but everybody's sort of taking a catch breath. There's not really a place to breathe, especially at the faster tempos. So you're going to have to take a breath and leave out a note. Leave out a note or two, take a breath, come back in, but everybody's doing it at a different time, and so it sounds continuous. Val sent me something AI generated. Attendees heard static noise after the host activated Production Studio for Zoom sessions, which worsened when a panelist shared their screen. This issue in the Zoom Workplace app has been resolved in recent release notes. But I'm actually not sharing my screen. Thank you for looking that up, though. Hey, let's move on, shall we? And I'm happy to go over things slowly and one at a time.
I have found when I was learning that the last time we sang it, this is Joy. There are three things I thought about for the alto part. Number one, if you memorize how many times in each sentence, so to speak, phrase, how many rows there are, the word row, it really puts it into place and you can get it. Second of all, think of this as actually two things, as the waves and also as if you're paddling the rowboat. It really helps to think of it that way to be able to get the rhythm. but in order to really get the words in, you have to memorize how many times the word row appears in each phrase.
I also find for the way my brain works, I have to just do it slow a bunch of times. Like I can't assimilate all the details at a fast tempo. I can only assimilate them at a slow tempo. And once I've assimilated them at a slow tempo, then I can speed it up. But I can't skip the slow portion of the learning. That's just how I work. So, would anybody like me to go over the opening pages slow again? Okay, let's move on then. Let me show you where I'm parked right now. Let's work sopranos for a minute because the sopranos have been sitting out the longest. Let me show you sopranos. Let me go back one measure. So I'm sort of starting top of 4. Do you see that, sopranos? And how's the volume? Is it distorting or is it okay? Okay, here comes top of 4, sopranos. I'm sorry?
We're losing a lot. You know, whenever there's a break, it just seems like we lose some of the words. Whenever there's a rest.
Well, I've got only the sopranos on, so
I know.
So there, in the rest, there would be no words. I'm not understanding.
Right. And then when it starts, when it's supposed to start up again, we're not hearing it.
Is that true for everybody?
It may be a touch too
You
loud.
hear it all.
So other people are saying they're hearing it, Pauline, which makes me think maybe it's something with your speakers or hearing environment, because not everybody's saying the same thing is happening.
Okay. Let's keep going.
And then somebody said it's too loud.
It's a little static.
It is loud.
Okay, boy, I don't even know this. Like, this is not the normal, the settings. Let me turn it down a little bit more.
You know, I've heard other people with this new Zoom version that they've really had a lot of problems with it. So it could be Zoom.
Let me check one more thing on this audio settings. I've got it clicked original sound for musicians, high fidelity music mode, echo cancellation. Automatically adjust microphone volume. No, I don't think I want that. All the settings look correct to me. Okay, well, I'll just keep turning it down. If it sounds distorted, I'll keep turning it down. Here comes again sopranos, top of 4. So one of the hallelujahs is different. The one on the bottom of 5, most of them go like this. Now when I play the piano by itself, is it loud enough? It's so quiet on my end I can hardly hear it. This is so strange. So most of them are this. The one at bottom of 5 is this. It's the only one that's different. All I can say, sopranos, is to try to sing this as light as you can. Don't push or strain to hit the notes. Try to, as best you can, sing it in your head voice. One more time, sopranos, top of 4. How's the audio, everybody? Generally acceptable, not staticky? Maybe I'll get one of those old-fashioned ear horn things that deaf people needed in the old days. I'll wear that and turn down my audio, and then everything will be fine. And
I'm trying to tape a little bit of what we're doing, so maybe you'll be able to hear it.
And I'm also recording the entire Zoom, which will be on YouTube later this afternoon. So I'll be curious to see how the audio comes through on the recording. Maybe the audio reflects what you guys are hearing. Here's altos, top of 4. So there's one place where you guys split, altos, bottom of 5. The top part has this, hallelujah, which is the melody. The bottom part has this, hallelujah. See that? Here we go again, altos, top of 4. Sopranos and altos, top of 4. How we doing, sopranos and altos, in this section? Lots of thumbs up. Hey, tenors, let's go top of 4 with you. How many tenors are on the call, on the Zoom call today? I see Teal, I see Suzanne, I see Ellie. Great.
Haruko.
Haruko's a tenor. Okay, great. So we have 4 tenors, I think, and Stephen. What's labeled Stephen? Great. Here we go. One more time, tenors.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.
basses in the same section. Hey basses, let's go over this slowly, this section slowly. Starting at 22. Top of 5 basses, measure 22. 1, 2, ready, go. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. River is deep and wide. Hallelujah. I think that is tricky as the dickens, especially at this tempo. Once again, 22 basses, top of 5. 1, 2, ready, go. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. River is deep and wide. Hallelujah. 2, 3, 4, off. Let's go basses now, top of 4. Top of 4. 1, 2, ready, go. Michael roll, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. River is deep and wide. Hallelujah. Off. Now let's try it with the track basses, starting top of 4.
Hallelujah, river is deep and wide. Hallelujah.
Add the tenors. Tenors and basses, top of 4. And how's the volume? It's the right, seems right. Add the altos, please. Top of 4. Add sopranos, starting top of 4 each time.
Hallelujah.
Okie doke, let's try going back to the beginning now and putting all of that together. I'm going to park it 2 bars before the alto tenor bass entrance. Let me show you. 1, 2, ready, go.
Michael, row the boat ashore. Michael, row the boat ashore. Michael, row the shore. Michael, row the boat ashore. Michael, row the shore. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Is this helpful? Is what we're doing helpful? Does anybody want there on these this opening section that we've been working on, page 1 through page, where did we just stop? Bottom of 6. Does anybody want their part played separately, slowed down, or a certain section? The other thing that might be helpful if you're learning it for the first time is to sing it on la 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 and just learn the notes and the rhythms for a minute. And then later on you can add the lyrics. Just take out one layer of complexity and do la 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 for a minute, and then later on add the lyrics back in. Any requests for the opening section? Great. Let's move on because there's two other hard songs I want to touch on. One is Lux Aeterna, and one is The River is Wide. Is it called The River is Wide? At the River. I knew it had a river in it. Let's work on Lux for a moment. Or as I heard somebody say, Lux. Maybe we shouldn't talk about the Latin at all and just see what happens if everybody just makes up their own pronunciation. Lux. We have such a nerdy musical family. There's so many, everybody's always making up stupid songs about random things just to make everybody else laugh. I'm a big fan of the Glenn Campbell recording of Wichita Lineman, which starts like this. Oop, I guess I got to turn my volume down to -14. That was loud again, right? Let me turn this down to -14. It starts like this. Remember? Ba-da-ba-ba-da. So if I sing that opening line, ba-da-ba-ba-da, my 14-year-old daughter will immediately sing the following measures of the string line. Just randomly, I'll just sing ba-da-ba-ba-da, and she'll answer me with the next measure. That's a nerdy family right there. Okay, Lux. Let me get this up. Let's jump to the very hardest part. Well, let's do something else first. Let's do the tenor and bass beginning. This is going to be a little bit subject to your director's interpretation, but here's how I recorded the tracks.
Requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
So I made it follow a recording that I found online that had a little hesitation on the syllable nam. Requiem aeternam dona. Sort of like a Gregorian chant would feel, but your director may not do that. They may just make them all the same, so just be sort of forewarned. But this is just a way to learn the notes. Here we go.
Requiem aeternam dona eis Domine, e lux perpetua lucea eis.
So if you have trouble holding that long note, just take a breath and come back in, and everybody else will do the same thing at different times, and it'll sound continuous. One more time just on this opening, then we'll move on. Here we go.
Requiem aeternam dona eis Domine, e lux perpetua lucea eis.
How's the volume?
Lux eterna, lux eterna, lucia Deis. Lux eterna, dona eis requiem.
Okay. Let's do that little section again where that we just listened to. Here it comes. And 1.
Lux eterna,
So I'm starting back at top of 4. 3, 4, 1.
lux eterna, lucia Deis. Lux eterna, dona eis requiem.
Now basses come in. So right there, top of 5, the basses have this. Requiem. And then the altos and tenors answer on this note. Lux. Requiem. And then another answer. Lux. It's a little bit hard to tell on the recording because the altos are low and the tenors are high. Okay? Let me hear just the basses starting at 17.
Lux eterna,
Sorry.
dona eis requiem.
Here comes basses. Just the basses.
Lux eterna, lucea eis. Lux eterna, dona eis requiem.
Just that much again, basses.
Requiem. Lux eterna, lucea eis. Lux eterna, dona eis requiem.
Can you hear well? Everything's okay? So again with this one, if the Latin text is confusing initially, just sing on la la la, learn the notes and rhythms, and then learn the Latin text. Let me hear the tenors alone, please, at the same place. So I'm rolling just before, at top of 5. Here's your Luke's. Huh.
Lux, lux
Once again, is there a Luke's missing? Seems like I've got a Luke's missing, right? Altos, please. Altos again, top of 5. On the first Luke's. 19, here comes 20. Are you hearing it okay, altos? It's so soft on my end, I can't tell. It's like everything's like this. Luke's. Can you hear me, Luke's? Let's do bass, tenor, alto.
Requiem, Lux, Requiem, Lux, Lux eterna, Lux eterna, noche aeris, Lux eterna, Lux eterna, Dora eis Requiem.
Good. Sopranos, can I hear you bottom of 5? Once again, let me park at 1 measure before you come in, so you have to wait so long. Here it comes. 2, 3, and 1. Somebody's asking what the little circle in a square, a measure 19, the number 2 in a circle and then in a square. That's like a rehearsal. Like I could say, go to circle 2. That's like a rehearsal mark. I think it's in a weird place, but I think that's what that is. Okay, let's try something. Let's try from the beginning that far, and then we'll move on, or I'll take questions if we're struggling with anything. Here's the beginning.
Requiem aeternam dona eis Domine, e lux perpetua lucea eis.
Lux aeterna, lux aeterna, lucea Dei.
How's the volume?
Lux aeterna, lux aeterna, dona eis requiem.
Requiem lux, requiem lux, lux aeterna, lux aeterna, lucea eis. Lux aeterna, lux aeterna, dona eis requiem.
How are we doing so far? Any requests? So this is all the easy part. It gets progressively more difficult. There's a certain section that's coming up, as you recall, that's labor intensive. Okay, now we're top of 7. Let's just work sopranos for a minute. Top of 7. 1, 2, top of 7 now.
Cum sanctis, cum sanctis, cum sanctis tuis in
Just that much again. Really lovely writing, I think. And you guys are going to sound great on it. Here comes again, rolling into top of 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Cum sanctis, cum sanctis, cum sanctis tuis in
How many sopranos are on the Zoom today? 1, 2, 3, 4. A bunch. Good. How you doing on this section? I get the hardest part is probably that it's a little bit high and the long note is a little bit hard to hold forever. But you can take a breath and come back in. Let me hear the tenors.
What's hard is the top of page 42 going from the bottom on 48 to pianissimo on the top of 42.
Yeah, it's very hard.
Yeah.
Let me hear the tenors, please.
Domine,
Rolling into top of 7. Here we go. 1.
cum sanctis, cum sanctis, cum sanctis tuis in aeternam,
How much again, tenors? To top of 7 now.
Cum sanctis, cum sanctis, cum sanctis tuis in aeternam. Quia vius est, requiem aeternam, dona eis Domine.
Just stop right there. Let's do tenor and soprano, please. Top of 7, here we go. 3, 4, 1.
Cum sanctis, cum sanctis tuis in aeternam. Quia vius est, requiem aeternam, dona eis Domine, ex perpetuum.
Let me hear the altos where they come in. Altos, this is where it starts to get a little bit hairy for you. Let me see here.
Cum sanctis tuis in aeternum.
Let me park it one measure before your entrance. Here it comes. Again, if the lyrics get in the way for now, just sing la la la. Here comes altos. 2, 3, 4.
Cum sanctis tuis in aeternum. Requiem aeternam, dona eis Domine.
Let's do it slow, just on la la la, altos. Last measure, bottom of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. La 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 la. La 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 la. One more time, altos. Last measure, bottom of 7. 2, 3, 4. La 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 la. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. La 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 la. Now try it again with the track. 2, 3, 4.
Cum sanctis tuis in aeternum. Requiem aeternam, dona eis Domine.
Okay, basses, let me hear you on your entrance, top of 8. Let's do la 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 first. And 1, 2. La 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 la. One more time. Top of 8. 1, 2. La 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 la. Let's try it with the track. Let me find where that is real quick. You guys are being very patient when you're sitting out and not singing. Here's one measure before. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Quia pius est requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
One more time, same place. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Nope.
Quia pius est requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
Okay, now let's go back to top of 7 with all the parts. What sopranos and tenors enter. Here's one measure before that. Let me unmute everything. See where I am?
Cum sanctis, cum sanctis, cum sanctis tuis in
How we doing? I think this piece is spectacularly beautiful, but I recognize that it's hard to rehearse and hard to learn. Maybe less so the second time around, because we went through this whole process, 2 or 3 years ago. I can't remember. So some of you are sort of getting a refresher, but you already learned it. Some of you are learning it for the first time. How we doing on this section? It's tricky because some of the notes are hard to find. Like the basses sit out for a whole page, and then they have to try to find their note top of 8. Dave, what's your trick for finding that note? Just you have the sound memorized now, or do you have a mathematical formula?
Well, I sang it, 6, 7 years ago?
Yeah.
And I have my march part here.
Okay.
I went through my file cabinet and found 6 out of the 8 pieces that I already sang.
Great.
And after about one run through, it just all came back to me, words and music and notes.
So you're just remembering the sound of.
No problem.
Yeah, you're not having to think about theory or anything like that.
And I just know where it comes.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see here. What's before that? So the altos have an F sharp right at the top of 8, which could help the basses. I think that after people listen to the tracks for a while, they're going to get these notes. One more time from the beginning through, we'll land at the top of page 9. So 1 through 9. Okie doke. And then we'll move on to the river song, At the River. Adjacent, it was going to be called Adjacent to the River, but that didn't seem to fly as well with the public. Here's the beginning.
Requiem aeternam dona eis Domine, e lux perpetua lucea eis.
And 1.
Lux eterno, lucia Deis, lux lux eterna dona eis requiem.
Requiem, requiem, lux eterna, lux eterna, noce aleis, lux eterna, lux eterna, dona eis requiem.
And one.
Cum sanctis, cum sanctis, cum sanctis tuis in aetera.
Sanctis tuis in aetera.
Quia pius est
So, and then page 9 is the hardest page. We'll save that for next week. How are we doing 1 through 8? Feel like you're getting a lot of it or all of it? Okay, let's work on adjacent to the river. Actually, let me fix one little thing on here before I close my session. This one I would describe as sort of easy and sort of hard. The tenor part is high, which will be great for the female tenors. Oops.
Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God.
Let's just do just the sopranos for a moment, please.
Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God.
Altos, please.
With its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God.
Soprano and alto together. the beginning, please.
Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God?
A little bit of an unusual part, I think. How's the volume, by the way? Is it right? Here comes again tenors.
It's a little staticky.
Is it really? Okay. Tried to mimic the volume settings from the other. I turned it down a tiny bit. Here comes tenors.
Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God?
Okay. Soprano, alto, tenor at the beginning.
Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God?
Basses, please. One, two, three, here we go.
With its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God.
I think this is tricky. Flowing by the throne of God. Kind of a high bass part. Flowing by the throne of God. Do the whole thing basses. Top of three. Ready? Go. With its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God. Let's try the whole thing, all the parts from the beginning. 3, 4, 1, 2, now.
Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God? Yes, we are.
Good, let's do sopranos at this next section, please. 2, 3, sopranos.
Yes, we
Anybody grew up singing this melody like I did? Here we go, sopranos. Alto, same section. Here we go.
Yes, we'll gather by the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints by the river that flows by the throne of God.
Once again, altos. 2, 3, here we go.
Yes, we'll gather by the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints by the river that flows by the throne of God.
Alto and soprano. Here we go.
Yes, we'll gather by the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints by the river that flows by the throne of God.
Tenors. 1, 2.
Yes, we'll gather by the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints by the river that flows by the throne of God.
Once again, tenors. And 1, 2.
Yes, we'll gather by the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints by the river that flows by the throne of God.
Let's hear the basses. This is last measured, bottom of 3 and top of 4.
By the river, by the river, by the river, gather with the saints by the river that flows by the throne of God.
I think Aaron Copland thinks highly of the basses. Let's make them sing really high. Now down low, now high again. Here comes. This is bottom of 3. Now top of 4. 1.
By the river, by the river, by the river, gather with the saints by the river that flows by the throne of God.
Quite an athletic bass line, in my opinion. Everybody now, top, bottom of whatever that is, 3. Here we go.
Yes, we'll by the river, by the river.
thrones by the throne of God.